Breaking news. Wendy Williams has just exposed Jay-Z and Diddy in a recently resurfaced interview. And what she revealed is absolutely shocking. Stay tuned as we dive into the details of this unexpected revelation.
You know, what's worse? You know, hip-hop wearing skirts or hip-hop being closeted and having a plethora of kids to prove manhood that, you know, and denial of something that you shouldn't have to deny, which is your sexuality. So I hear what Jamar is saying, but we come from a very homosexual era of hip-hop as well. There was a radio personality once upon a time. Her name was Wendy Williams, and she was practically burned at the stake for talking about such. And now it's all come full circle. There were many situations, none of which to talk about, but there were many situations back in the day in my career, and it's all coming full circle now. So,
do you think now with people like Frank Ocean coming out of the closet, even though he's not exactly a rapper, but he definitely overlaps into the rap community? Mm-hmm. Do you think that we're gonna have a time where it's cool to be a gay rapper?
Wendy Williams is back in the spotlight, but this time, it's for a controversial resurfaced interview. In this shocking revelation, Wendy exposes Jay-Z and Diddy, shedding light on a darker side of the hip-hop mogul. She's no stranger to making bold statements about Hollywood, and now, she's doubling down on her past claims about Diddy. Wendy has long said that Diddy isn't the person he appears to be, and after his recent indictment, she's standing by those words. A 2016 video, recently obtained by CNN, shows Wendy speaking out as she reflects on Diddy's troubling history. Federal prosecutors say the video is powerful evidence of just how dangerous Diddy could be to women, a key factor in why 2 federal judges denied him bail. But that's not all. Wendy's past public comments have raised questions about why she suddenly stopped speaking out against Diddy. It has come to light that Wendy may have been silenced after receiving threats from him. Fans noticed a sudden shift during a live TV interview, where Wendy began stuttering when Diddy mentioned meeting her son. Sources close to Wendy suggest this was a subtle threat, one that left her feeling intimidated, pushing her into silence. So, what's next for Wendy Williams? What do you think about her explosive claims now?
As the mother of a now 16-year-old.
Mm-hmm. Who I met backstage.
He did?
He's a great young man.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
You represent a lot.
In an exclusive interview with the Daily Mail, Wendy Williams has opened up about the shocking new allegations against Diddy. Wendy, known for her bold insights, revealed that she's been hearing it from everyone. Wendy, you called it. Reflecting on the resurfaced video involving Cassie, Wendy stated that Cassie is likely not the only woman affected by Diddy's actions. There are probably many other victims who have yet to come forward, Wendy said, adding, "You know how I feel about that, it's about time." Wendy went on to express how deeply disturbing the footage was, stating, "Seeing Cassie getting hurt like that was just horrific. But now we have to ask, how many more women? How many more times?" With over 13 years of experience in Hollywood, Wendy claims she was well aware of what was happening behind the scenes, noting that Diddy wasn't acting alone. In fact, she suggests that Diddy has been protected by powerful figures in the industry. Wendy also referenced Jaguar Wright's recent interview with Piers Morgan, where Wright named other high-profile stars allegedly connected to Diddy, including Jay-Z, exposing what Wendy calls Hollywood.
You want to know why there's no vindication for me? Because for 4 years, I've been screaming, not just Diddy, but Diddy and Jay-Z are monsters. And the victim-making machine kept going on.
Jay-Z has been notable by his silence since these charges were brought against Diddy. Why do you think that is?
Because that's what he does. He starts little fires everywhere, forces everyone involved to go and carry water while he sneaks away without a response. That changes now, Sean. You must respond. You have no choice. Harvey Weinstein, Jeffrey Epstein, Robert Kelly, Sean Combs have one person in common, professionally and privately. Sean Carter, this has been a fist of tyranny that has been punching through our culture and our society for decades. It must stop.
There's been obviously a lot of
Cruelty-free artistry.
Right, there's been a lot of rumor mill about what has happened in the rap world. A lot of allegations that the misogyny in the lyrics clearly was based on a general misogyny towards women away from the music, and that clearly seems to have been borne out by these charges against Diddy, which if he's found guilty of all this, he's never coming out of prison. How dangerous do you think?
Thank God.
How dangerous do you think he is as a person?
I think he's one of the most dangerous people I've ever met. A lot of people have been questioning, well, she doesn't really know him. She has no knowledge of him. She doesn't have a picture with him. I'm smarter than Claudia Jordan. I would never take a picture with the devil. Everyone knew he was the devil. He's been the devil for 30 years. He's been covered and protected by not only Clive Davis, but Lucien Grange. He was selected to be the demon that he is, to keep the culture in line so the industry could continue to rape it for all of its precious jewels. We have too many lost. The list of lost is ridiculous, and everyone knows Diddy was selected for this job.
Jay-Z and Diddy have long had a history of supporting each other, but recent allegations have raised serious questions about their relationship. With Diddy now facing major accusations, many are beginning to speculate, is Jay-Z's silence regarding Diddy's indictment a sign of something deeper? Could there be a potential connection between Jay-Z and the accusations surrounding Diddy? The speculation continues
There are a lot of people in Hollywood who are probably worried about which Diddy parties they were at and what was going on. That's not to say that they were necessarily even involved in any of the things that are alleged by the U.S. Attorney's Office. But if you're at that party and it turns out that that's when he set up one of these freak-off sex parties, or that it was going on in another room and you didn't know about it, there's a good chance that you're going to be called by the U.S. Attorney's Office. And certainly if you were involved, you would get a call, because they're going to want to know everything you want to know, and they even want you to be a witness. I just think, we're just starting to scratch the surface of what this case, this case is going to touch and involve. And the feds have said that this remains an open investigation. There could be more charges for Diddy. There could be more charges for other people involved. And usually the way this works is once they find out other people are involved or were witnesses, they bring them in and they sort of lean on them, and it's sort of like, you're going to cooperate with us, or there's a possibility that you could face charges. So this is going to be a slow developing a case here, because we're just getting started, and I don't see how this trial begins anytime before next year.
Rumors have circulated for years about the tragic death of Aaliyah, one of music's brightest stars. On August 25, 2001, Aaliyah's private jet tragically crashed in the Bahamas, claiming her life at just 22 years old. At the time, there were whispers of a possible romantic relationship between Aaliyah and Jay-Z, with Jay-Z being 29 and Aaliyah just 20. Further fueling speculation, there were also rumors that Aaliyah might have been secretly married to R. Kelly, but more recently, conspiracy theories have emerged, suggesting that powerful figures in Hollywood could have been involved in orchestrating Aaliyah's death.
When he did the record with Jay, that's why that was almost like one of the things where I was just like, he's out of here, Jay. I just let it go, because I couldn't believe he did a project with R. Kelly, knowing that he had raped my girl.
That allegedly took place at Diddy's parties. Some have claimed that Diddy used his power to take advantage of women. As these accusations continue to surface, they raise even more questions about what really went on.
So if you don't have what they need, they're gonna leave.
Right.
Gotta keep them there.
Right.
You need locks on the doors.
Okay, this is sounding kind of dangerous now.
It's a little kinky, but
yeah.
Rock with me, but just check it out. You need a lot of heat. A lot of heat. Yeah.
Heat. You mean that physically the place has to be hot?
You don't have no air conditioning.
No air conditioning. Why is that?
Heat affects the alcohol, and it also affects, like, you know, everybody gets a little bit more comfortable and loose. Builds up a nice little sweat.
Hey, everybody know ain't no party like a Diddy party, so.
Yeah, that's what's up. Yeah.
The most shocking revelation comes from Freddie P., who recently spoke out in an interview on Art of Dialogue. In response to the allegations against Diddy, Freddie claimed that he personally witnessed Diddy engaging in suspicious behavior with his stepson. This claim has taken the controversy to a...
Infatuated with a child that wasn't yours. Were you grooming that little boy? I don't even want to start those conversations because that's not your child. You know what I'm saying? And for you to keep him that close, it's like you kept him that close because he might got your secrets because he's not your child. So if he's not your child and you that type of person with that type of character, you don't mind actually doing it to him when he finally reaches a certain age because he's not yours. And you know in your mind he's not yours. And now you keep him real close to you. You make sure he don't go to his daddy. Why? You make sure he's separated with him and you provide him with everything he wants. Why? You got one of them little Michael Jackson secrets. He got one of them secrets that he can't tell nobody because his legacy, I mean, his manhood gonna be, and not only that, his brother don't gonna look at him crazy. Only Puffy know, only God and Puffy.
Pussy, right?
I don't know. All I'm gonna say is, I don't know.
Yeah, I'll be sure, son.
All I'm gonna say is, who's infatuated with another man's son like that? Like you, that seemed like grooming to me. I got, oh, that's his daughter's brothers. Get the fuck out of here. Like grooming to me. I got, oh, that's his daughter's brothers. Get the fuck out of here.
This behavior, while deeply disturbing, aligns with claims from other celebrities who have come forward about Diddy's actions. Allegations suggest that Diddy has been grooming and exploiting minors for years. This may explain why Wendy Williams appeared visibly frightened when Diddy mentioned meeting her son, Gene Deal. In addition, Diddy's former bodyguard has corroborated these claims, stating multiple times that it was well known within the industry that Diddy was involved with minors. These chilling revelations are only adding to the growing controversy surrounding the
in the industry that's been saying for years, this man is having sex with underage. So now the federal government is looking at that like, yo, when is somebody gonna come forward? We got this information, this alleged information, but nobody's willing to come forward. Then they go on and say, yo, Shakur Stewart mysteriously dead. Supposed to be a self-inflicted wound. Person that had everything going for him in their life. Kim Porter dead. Somebody's car gets blown up. This guy is walking around threatening other actors, people. Somebody got to get involved in it. If it ain't the state, let it be the feds. Somebody got to stop him. He lucky that God giving him the opportunity to be stopped while he's alive. Didn't have to go to hell and face that. He got a chance to repent now. Change his life.
You mentioned minors, you know, and a lot of people have been trying to drag Justin Bieber into this situation because there's a lot of like suspect looking videos with Diddy and Bieber in it, and you know, they're making a lot of allegations.
Same way they made allegations about Usher. When Usher was younger.
I mean, do you think that there's any credibility to these allegations?
When there's smoke, there's fire.
This behavior, deeply disturbing as it is, aligns with the claims of other celebrities who have spoken out about Diddy's actions. Allegations suggest that for years, Diddy has been grooming and exploiting minors. This could explain why Wendy Williams appeared visibly frightened when Diddy mentioned meeting her son, Gene Deal. Further backing these claims, Diddy's former bodyguard has spoken out, stating multiple times that it was widely known within the industry that Diddy was involved with minors. These chilling accusations.
In the indictment to carry out this conduct, Sean Combs led and participated in a racketeering conspiracy that used the business empire he controlled to carry out criminal activity, including sex trafficking, forced labor, kidnapping, arson, bribery, and the obstruction of justice. Let me say a little bit more about the charges. The indictment alleges that Combs exploited women and other people for years, and in a variety of ways. As alleged, Combs used force, threats of force, and coercion to cause victims to engage in extended sexual performances with male commercial sex workers, some of whom he transported or caused to be transported over state lines. Combs allegedly planned and controlled the sex performances, which he called freak-offs, and he often electronically recorded them. The freak-offs sometimes lasted days at a time, involved multiple commercial sex workers, and often involved a variety of narcotics, such as ketamine, ecstasy, and G, which Combs distributed to the victims to keep them obedient and compliant. As alleged, when Combs didn't get his way, he was violent, and he subjected victims to physical, emotional, and verbal abuse